so that the participants who are wanting to join us through YouTube or from GlobalLinker, they are able to access and participate in the webinar. At the same time, all of you would like to have the recording of the webinar, and for that, live stream is crucial. So let me just quickly check the live stream if it is working, and I will be back with you. So yeah, it is working perfectly fine. Wonderful. And in today's session, because this is one of the most sought after webinars that we conduct, so we try to do it as frequently as possible, but at least once in a month, we have this webinar, and wherein we have quite a good participation because AI is something on none of us can actually ignore. And that's where it is extremely crucial for all of us to understand at least how to utilize the various AI tools and solutions which are available to us. So I was mentioning to you that we are going to discuss few important points. And the first point is obviously a common question that will we get the recording of the webinar? And the answer is absolutely yes, you will get the recording of today's webinar. We will email it to you. So the email ID which you have used to join today's session, on the same email ID, we will be emailing the recording to you. Otherwise, if you want to access it right now also, you can just go to YouTube and search for GlobalLinker, which is our YouTube channel, and that's where you'll be able to find the recording. You can see the GlobalLinker written in my name tag also. So that's how you are going to get the recording. The next and a more important point, the first one was just an information. The second point which I wanted to discuss before we start the session, and that is related to how are we going to interact, because I'm going to share certain information with you, and you may have questions, you may have queries, or there may be something which you haven't understood. Now in that case, how are you going to ask your question, or how are you going to get the clarification for your doubt? For that, you have to use a tool which is available down below if you're joining through laptop or desktop, and that is Q&A. So if you just look right now, you'll see there's a tool which says Q&A down below. Use that. And if you're joining through a smart device, if you're joining through a smartphone, in that case, you'll have to go to the menu, and from there, you'll notice there's a tool which is Q&A, and using that, you should ask your question. Now, why should you only ask your question? Because I can see already there are participants who are adding comments. So comment is a fairly popular tool which is used by participants. But the challenge is that chat is also used for exchanging information or networking with other wonderful business owners who are also joining us here today. Now, there may be a scenario, there may be 100 chats there, and there is a possibility that your question might get missed out. And that is something I don't want to happen. So that is why I always suggest that you should be adding your question in the Q&A. All right. So I hope this is clear. If you have a question, add that in the Q&A, and you don't have to wait all the while when we end and get into the question answer round towards the end of the session. Wherever you have that question, whenever that question, that doubt comes to your mind, you should ask that. And I will have the Q&A tab open on the other monitor. So if it is possible for me to answer that question right away, I'll try to do that. I'll try to include the response in my presentation, in my explanation. And if it is not possible for me to answer that question right away, then we'll take it up in the question answer round. All right. So this is how you are going to participate in today's webinar. And I hope I am audible to everyone on the meter. I can see it. Audio levels are perfectly fine. And now I will also move the chat. I tend to keep the chat open because this is something which I also use to get your feedback and responses, etc. And I can see there are a number of participants who have just joined us. So let me welcome them as well. Hi, good evening, and a warm welcome to all of you in today's webinar, and a very interesting one. I'm extremely excited to share all this information about the various AI tools, how you can leverage them for your business. So let's get started. I think I've done enough of talking. So I'm going to start sharing my screen and we will proceed ahead. But before that, there are participants from UAE, there are participants from Sri Lanka and Philippines who are joining us here today. So welcome to all of you as well for joining us today in this special webinar. Perfect. So let me start sharing my screen and we will proceed ahead. So in next few seconds, you'll start seeing the screen and then we will move ahead. Perfect. And this black box will also go away. It is just a notification showing that the screen share has started. But before I start explaining, I would need a small help, a small favor from you. If someone from the audience can confirm that you are able to see my screen, because it is showing perfectly here. You can just chat yes, and I'll know that the screen is visible. Let's go back. Yeah, perfect. And I can see there are a number of participants who have confirmed that the screen is visible. So thank you to all of you. Now, before starting, there's a small disclaimer that I would want to share that in this webinar, there are a number of tools, and I'm not going to read it, but I'm just explaining to you what is the intent. So there are a number of tools that we are going to share with you. Now, these tools are recommended or suggested based on our experience, and there is a possibility that there may be a better tool available. So we are not saying that this is the best tool or the best solution available. These are recommendations based on our experience or our interaction with various individuals or businesses who had been using these tools. All right. And none of the tool has sponsored today's webinar. So that is a clarification I thought of sharing with you. Now, before we move ahead, I think it is important to have my introduction as well, because I'm not sure how many of you had previously participated in the webinars or training workshops that we regularly conduct. So my name is Adnan. I'm Director SME E-commerce Growth at GlobalLinker. And my focus area at GlobalLinker is digital commerce. In addition to that, I also actively work on educating SMEs, because in today's day and age, there's no dearth of solutions which are available and which can be leveraged to grow the business. But in reality, how many of us actually know to use those tools, to use those solutions effectively? And that's where, because of the knowledge gap, a lot of business owners are not able to achieve their dream uh, uh, of growing their business digitally or uh, growing sales through digital medium. And that's where we conduct a lot of training sessions, we conduct a lot of webinars, and I had personally conducted nearly about 500 such sessions and webinar, and had the wonderful opportunity of connecting, interacting, and sharing knowledge with about 12,000 business owners in various countries. So that was a quick introduction about myself. I can see the number needs to be updated. It is a fairly dated number. All right, so let's get started. And this is the end of presentation. I'm not going to bore you with the presentation. We will look at the live use cases or the live AI tools. So let me minimize the presentation and I will switch the tab and we will quickly go to, and you can see on one browser tab itself, I've arranged all the AI tools that I want to share with you. And I am going to share the links of all these tools with you towards the end of the webinar. And I will also add links to all the tools in the description of the recording that you are going to get of today's webinar. I hope that will suffice, because that is also a very common comment or question that we get. Can we get the links of all the tools that you are sharing? Yes, of course, you will get the link. And in two ways, I am going to share those. The first one is I'm going to share the links in the chat towards the end of the session. where I will also share my contact details and other details with you. And I will also add all these links, and there's a document also which I'm going to share with you, all that in the recording as well. So when you'll be reviewing the recording, if you want to access, all that will be there. I think that will suffice your requirement. All right. So the first thing that you're seeing on your screen is a use case that gets asked umpteen number of times. So wherever I'm interacting with business owners in India or any other country, and when we are talking about AI, or when we are even not talking about AI, this is a question that was very, very commonly asked. So that's where I thought of answering that, because at the end of the day, we're all business owners and we all want to grow our business. And one of the common question that was that can we generate leads through AI? Mechanically, it is quite a process, but can we leverage AI? Because now AI can access the internet. So using that capability, and there are platforms also available, there are paid services also available, use which you can use, and through that you can effectively generate the leads. But without using those paid platforms, using generic chat GPT or Gemini, both of them can do the same thing. Can you generate leads? And this is where I've already done that just to save the time. And I'm going to share the prompts as well with you. So I started with a prompt. This is where you can see the prompt. And let me just zoom in. Let me just increase the zoom level, because I have a slightly larger monitor and it may be appearing a little smaller. So now I have zoomed in. So this is where I started with a prompt, and this is the prompt that you can see on the screen. So I want to target food processing industry in US importing rice, assuming I am a rice exporter from India, and then the rest of it is prompt. So that these 4 5 words is the entire thing that I've written. The rest of the prompts are as is. You have to just type them. So you have to just specify what is the target industry, and then and the product, and then you have to give the prompt. Now, based on this prompt, it shared with me that these are the industries, or these are the organizations which are importing rice from India. Now, I gave it the second prompt to give me 10 additional industries based on the industries, or similar to the industry, similar to the companies that we have identified using the previous prompt. So this is the second prompt that I gave, and this is where it came back with 10 such companies. Then I asked it to provide more details, or research and provide more details of these organizations, like their website URL, value proposition, industry, market, B2B, B2C, target audience, etc. So all that information. And this where in the tabular form, it responded back. So this is where all these industries like Scholar and Golden State Food, what is the value proposition, food services, logistic, fast food chains and restaurants is the target audience. So these are all the companies which are importing rice. So then I moved further, and I tried or I asked AI, which is in this case is ChatGPT, to look for individuals which are associated with these companies. Can you find the LinkedIn profiles of individuals which are associated with these companies? And these are the response. So this is where we can see there's a fresh which is associated with the Golden State, and this will let it get loaded up, and then we'll go back and see. So this is also something which AI has done, and in matter of seconds. And then lastly, I've asked it to do further research and identify the various social media or interaction properties, including the email IDs, etc. So wherever it was available, you can see it has populated the details. And I've just tried it for 10 for the benefit of time, but if you want, you can do it more. Now, this is where, lastly, based on the research that we have done, this is where I asked it again to research 10 more companies. And this is where we have 10 additional companies. And now you can repeat the step number 2 going forward, so that you have the contact details and the email IDs, whatever is possible available. publicly. All that information will be available. And this is how you'll be able to do lead generation or prospecting using ChatGPT absolutely free. Now, this is something which was, and we had opened the LinkedIn profile, and there's where you can see the LinkedIn profile is also accessible. So it is providing all that information. Now, to achieve this, you will need prompts. And this is where in a document I have captured all these prompts. And all you have to do is to insert your target audience and attributes. And you can start using. So only the first prompt is where you need to add inputs. And then the rest is where you can just keep adding the prompts and it will keep generating the response for you. So this is how you'll be able to research and do prospecting using ChatGPT. This was one of the most commonly asked question. So that's why I thought of covering it, assuming you all will also have this question. Now, related to this, there are AI platforms which are available, and they are paid platforms which you can use for lead generation. One of the platform is Apollo, which you're seeing on the screen. Now, using this, you'll be able to do lead generation. You'll be able to define in which industry and which level you are trying to look for an individual, and it will give you literally thousands and thousands, and you can filter them based on the country, etc. So this is one of the solution. Another very interesting thing that you can do on Apollo is that you can define your customer profile, not just hypothetical. You can even give individual reference that this is my customer profile. Now find profiles similar or find business contacts similar to this, and that is something which you can do using Apollo. And once you have identified the contact using the Apollo itself, you'll be able to reach out to them. You'll be able to send emails, etc. So you'll be able to do all that. Another platform which you can consider using you for lead generation and prospecting is Instantly, and they have a number of solutions. One is outreach solution. So if you want to reach out to a particular business and try to understand if they have a requirement for your solution or the products that you're offering. So outreach is a solution that you can use. Lead database is another solution. Emailing is also another solution. So you can use outreach wherein you can define the target audience, and based on that, it will keep doing the outreach, and then it will keep reaching out with your message to the prospects, and then the prospects can respond, and you can even automate it using the workflow so that it can even schedule a meeting for you with the prospect. So this is another AI tool that you can use for prospecting and lead generation. And I have included them in addition to the free solution, because this is also something that a lot of participants had asked previously. So that's why I have included them as well. Now, before moving ahead to the various other tools, and you can see there's a long list on the top of the browser. So there are few use cases I would want to cover. Again, these are quite frequently asked, or in my previous interactions, people have asked these questions. So I'll try to cover them very, very quickly, and then we'll move through all the tools that I have here. So we have ChatGPT and Gemini. Both of them are fairly powerful AI tools, and it is a reality. I think all of you will agree that we are not using them to their full potential. They are very, very powerful. It is we are not able to use them to their full potential. Now, the challenge that most of us face, and I am also included in that, is that we don't know how to write good prompts. And because of that, we try something and it doesn't work, or the response is not very accurate, and then we leave it that it is just a gimmick. But the reality is, we feel that it is just a gimmick. AI is not that great, or AI is not working that nicely or in that manner. The reality is that we are not able to give the right instructions to AI. Now, that is a challenge that almost all of us face. How do you solve that challenge? That is the first use case or challenge I would want to help to solve. And for that, there are two tools that I would want to recommend that you can consider using. The first one is something which I personally use almost every day, and this is a very simple tool. This is basically a browser extension. It can be installed on Chrome. It can be installed on Firefox. It is called Keywords Everywhere. This is basically a browser plugin. You have to install it on your browser. I will give the link to the browser plugin as well. I haven't checked on Edge whether it is available or not, but on Firefox as well as Chrome, it is available. Now, once you have installed this plugin, after that, if you go to ChatGPT or Gemini, you'll start seeing two additional options. One is templates, and there is a hot action bar. This is where you have somehow it goes away. There may be some thing happening there. And similarly on Gemini, you will notice, sorry, I think I'll have to reload it. You'll also notice the templates option here. So this is where you have templates. And similarly, here also on ChatGPT, you will start seeing the templates option. Now, this is a very powerful tool that you should use because it will help you in writing good prompts or correct prompts. For example, you want to send an email, and in today's day and age, there is AI which is available in your inbox also, but you want to have a professional email sent to someone. So in that case, you can just select copywriting from here, email writing, and professional emails. A lot of time when we have written the email, we are not sure in the tool which is available in the email inbox. It is not very nicely. It is not drafting the email very nicely. The tone is going here and there. So in that case, what you can do is you can use this tool. This is where you have to select copyright email writing and then professional email writing. And all you have to do is whatever you have written in the email, you have to just copy paste it here in this section. This is the section I'm referring to, email. And once you have done, click on execute. You can change the language, you can change the tone, but I think for business use, professional and informative, or you can also use persuasive. Persuasive also works well, but sometimes it like looks or sounds overbearing. For me, professional informative works really well. And all you have to do is to just type the content here, click on execute, and it will generate a professionally written, professional sounding, informative writing style email. This is one use case. Now, related to emails, a lot of times we have to write marketing emails. So this is where you can explain the product or service and the keyword that you're uh, relevant to your products, and it will generate emails for you. Then another very common use case is we can also use sales prospecting email. It is similar to the marketing email. Is subject line generator. Now, a lot of times you'll agree that when you're writing the email, we have written the body, but we are not sure what should be the subject for that email. This is where this tool comes to the rescue. You have to just copy paste the email here in this input field that you're seeing here, and then click on execute. Again, you can change the tone and writing style, and it will generate the email subject line. Now, is this it? No, there are many, many uses for this. Similarly, in copywriting, a lot of time we have to generate content. So it can be we are wanting to write a blog article, or we are wanting to create a content for a page that we want to have on our website. I will discuss about the product content little later. So for that, this is where it has the entire content writing module. This is where you can generate the content title. You can rewrite the content. So if you have written something, you can give it and it will rewrite it, or if it is available online. So there is a page, for example, you have a about us page on your website and you want to rewrite it. So in that case, you can give it the URL and it will review the content and then it will rewrite it. Or if you want to generate a brief. So if there's a larger piece of content that you have written and you want to generate a brief. So for all that. So there are multiple use cases. I'm not going to go through all of them. Now you have blog articles. Now, needless to mention, blog is a very powerful sorry, blog is a very powerful tool for search engine optimization, but more importantly, increasing the engagement on your website, because the users who are coming to your website, they have another reason to visit your website to gather that knowledge. So for that, blog writing is crucial. And again, a lot of time people have said to me that I don't have a content writer, and I myself can't write. My writing skills are awful. So I find it challenging to create blog articles, despite the fact that I'm keenly interested. Now, you have a solution. This is where you can generate the blog very, very easily. So this is where you can go and you can give it a title, and it will be able to generate a blog in matter of minutes. Right. I will just give it a because there are so many tools. That's why I'm not explaining each tool how you'll be able to use it. But I just sort of showing to you because this is something I want all of you to do on your respective online stores, that you should be regularly writing blogs. And this is where you can see it has generated the blog titles. Uh, what did we ask? So, and it will even generate the entire blog post outline from the topic. It can generate the blog post from the topic. So if we give it like this, and now it is going to generate the entire blog article. And this is uh, now it is generating the entire detailed blog, right? So there are many, many things that you'll be able to do using this tool. Now, another very popular or important use of this particular tool is for generating content for the products that you have on your websites, or the product content for your website or e-commerce. Now, for that, you have to use SEO, and then you have to use e-commerce SEO, and then you have to use product description generator, and then you have to briefly describe the product. So, for example, blue. I'm just adding few details of a hypothetical product, but this is where when you are using this tool, this is where you have to describe the product. So try to add at least a paragraph with 4, 5 lines so that the tool has a fair amount of understanding about the product, and then click on execute template, and it will generate the entire product description for you. So this is where you can see all the product description is getting generated entirely free. So there are a lot of things that you'll be able to do using this particular tool. So almost every content need that you may have, it also has some productivity uses, like for Excel, if you want to need macros, or if you need formulas, etc. So for that also you can use it. So there are multiple uses that you can do, or multiple things that you can use using this tool, and it helps you by writing the prompt. So you don't have to write the prompt, and this is where all of us struggle, that we are not able to write the prompt, and that's why we are not able to use the AI tool. Now, this is a tool, a plugin which you can use, and that will solve the problem. Now, with ChatGPT, recently the plugin of Canva is available, and using this, you'll be able to generate banners or visuals. So I've given it again a very basic prompt, and it will come back with a few questions. So this is where it has come, and it is asking me to allow. And now I've allowed, and this is where now it will talk to Canva, and it will generate the designs. Now, sometime you'll be able to see the visuals on your screen, and sometime you will only get the link. So this is where I think it generated, or there's some issue, and it is not showing us the link. Previously, when I tried, it did generate the link. So, or I may have deleted that. And there seems to be some issue, but using this, you'll be able to generate visuals and banners very, very easily. This is relatively a newer addition to Canva, so it is a little sketchy, but sometime it works, and using that, you'll be able to generate visuals very easily using Canva. So it will select the template, it will add the text, etc., and you can modify it very easily using Canva. So this is related to the generic ChatGPT, and similar thing can be done on Gemini as well. You have to just use the keywords everywhere browser plugin, and then you'll be able to utilize it. All right. So I was just speaking into the questions. So there is one question or suggestion from Mr. Bipin. Add some AI automation tools for linker store. So there is already one automation which is available which is related to product content, which is added on linker.store. It is available. Any one of you can use that for generating the product content. So that is already available. And there are other automations which are underway, which will help with the discoverability and matchmaking. Next question was from Stella, and her question was to copy paste the prompts in Q&A. So Stella, don't worry. I am going to share that Word document with all the prompts written into it. So you will get the details, and I'll also share the link of the keywords everywhere. Next question is again from Vibinji. His question is, does the built-in linker.store AI tool works like ChatGPT keywords everywhere? It works better than that, because the prompt which is used by the tool which is inbuilt on the seller panel, it is prompt engineered. So it is not a generic tool. It is refined so that the output that you're getting is not only rich, but also very, very precise. So it is even better than that. Next question is again from Stella, and her question is it possible to make videos with the ChatGPT prompt and Canva? It is relatively only restricted at the moment for the visuals, but there are other tools that I'm going to recommend or share with you, which you can use for generating videos as well. And that is what we are going to start discussing now. Now, the next AI tool that I'm going to recommend, and this is something that we have, I think most of us have come across, that is Perplexity. And this is a great, great research tool. So if you want to search about something, if you want to research about something, instead of using the normal search, use Perplexity. Sorry for the fumble. And it will give you a much richer output, and at the same time it will save you a lot of time and a lot of effort in doing that research or understanding a particular topic. So a great tool, and you should use that whenever you want to understand about something or you want to do a research. All right, now we are moving into a very interesting domain, and that is about the visuals and videos, etc. So the first tool, and this is something which I've been recommending ever since this tool was launched, and this is called designer.microsoft. It used to be entirely free, but now you get daily credits, and then you have to use those credits. But it is a great, great tool for generating images, or if you want to generate social media posts, etc. You'll be able to do that very, very easily. In fact, this was the first tool which came in, and then now there are multiple tools that are available which you can easily use. So originally, it started with this feature, which was the social media post, and then everything else that you're seeing here. It was added later. And the next great use of this tool is with the images, and you have icons also. So a lot of time when we are doing presentations, etc., the icon which represents the topic or the message that we want to convey to the audience, it is not available. And that is where you can use this tool, which is the icons tool, and it will generate the icon for you. Again, the only downside now is that you have limited credits that you have to use, and using those credits, you'll be able to generate. Let me try to show you how easily you'll be able to generate. This is where you can describe the image, and this is where you can change the orientation. So, for example, I've just given it a prompt child playing cricket, and I've chosen a portrait size. So there are different sizes. Now, a lot of time when we were discussing about this particular tool, people have asked me that what if we need the image visual in a different dimension? It provides the editing feature. So unlike Canva, which is the next tool which I'm going to recommend to you, Canva's AI tool, that does not allow you to play around with the AI generated image, but it does. So let's generate it. And while it is doing its work, let's go to the other tool. And this is something I believe almost all of us have used at some point in our life, whether for college assignments or for our professional work. There's a very, very handy tool. Now, it was a little late in adopting or introducing the AI capabilities, but now it has the AI capability also. So make an image with AI. Using that, you have to again describe the image, and this is where you can see there are a few images that I've created. And again, you'll get 20 credits. And if you want to create more, then you can upgrade. And the plans are very, very flexible with Canva. So you can even get a monthly subscription, and you can use there. Let's see. So this is where you can see how beautiful visuals it has created. See, these are all created using AI, right? So this is how easily, yeah, you'll be able to generate visuals. This is where I gave it instructions yeah, that I want a banner for Indian basmati rice. This is something which Canva has created for us. So this is another tool which you can consider using. The advantage with Canva is that you get the edit option. So you can then go and do finer edits. You want to change the fonts, etc. So you'll be, or if you want to introduce an overlay, etc., that can be done. I think it is taking time to load up. Yeah. So now you can see all the tools, etc., are available. Although you will not be able to do the edit here, but here you'll be able to download it, or you'll be able to edit here. So if you click on edit, you can go and then you can edit the image. And if there's a text, you'll be able to edit the text individually. Now for text, you have to use the other tool which was there, which is this social media. This will just generate the images. It will generate the visual along with the text, etc., and you'll be able to edit everything. But that is again, you have 15 credits, and with Canva, you'll not be able to edit it. You'll be able to edit it as if an image, but you can always have option to add elements or text, etc. So that is available. And then we have another AI tool which is called Magic Studio, and this is basically a tool which powers the AI creation. So they have a free art form creator. So this is where you can just give it a prompt, and it will create the visual. Let's see what it creates. While it does its jobs, let's move to the next AI tool. And this is a AI tool which is maker reels, make reels dot AI. And this is basically a tool which allows you to generate reels based on the prompts. And shorts and reel is a important theme in today's social media promotion and a very powerful tool in grabbing customers' attention. So if you want to generate reel using AI, this is a tool which you can consider using. Let's see what it has done. And this where you can see it has generated images, and then you can refine the prompt, or you can do a refresh and it will generate something else. Is where you can see it has generated this visual or this visual. You can, and it has different options. So it has text to reel, news to reel. So if there's a news article, or blog to reel. So if there's a blog article and based on that you want to generate the reel, it will do that as well. So if you relate to my previous point, wherein I suggested that all of you must create blog articles. And if you have a blog article, then using that blog article, you'll be able to easily generate the reel using this makereel.ai. The next tool is logic balls. And this is also something which I'm sharing on a lot of suggestions or questions that I've received in my previous interactions. And a lot of users have asked me that we struggle with generating scripts for our short videos or our reels, etc. So for that, recommend AI tools. So one of the AI tool which I'm recommending here is this tool, which is Logic Balls. But you can do it for free also, or if you don't want to use this tool, you can do this on ChatGPT also. The extension which I showed you, this social media, so this keywords everywhere extension, you have to use the category social media, and then you can use let's say YouTube, or you can use Instagram, and it will allow. So I think it is there on YouTube. And this is where you can generate title and description. You can generate short script, or you can generate the entire long script for the video. So this is the generic video script creator. So the long format videos, and if you want to generate the script for a short format video, this is where it allows you, and then you can generate the title or description. You can give the transcript of a video, and it will convert that into an article. So if you have a video and you want to convert it into an article, very easily you'll be able to do that. And then there are other ad generator, etc., other users also. So this is one option which is available. Otherwise, you have that option of using the logicballs.com as an AI tool to generate that for you. Then the next tool that I'm recommending to you is Flux AI. Now, Flux AI is something which can be used for two things. One is for AI image generation, and the second is for AI video generation. So this answers Stella's question that if this is a tool which you can consider using, and you can, for reels, you can use this. For videos, you can use this. There are a few more tools that I'm recommending for this one. This is another tool which is called Hyper, and it has again multiple offerings. The first one is text to video. So if you have a text, if you have a story, if you have a script, and using that you want to create an animated video, it will be able to do that. If you have a visual and based on that you want to generate a video, it can do that. And repeating and viral video are other solutions which you can use from Hyper. This is another very popular thing these days, which is generating animated videos from your visuals or from your existing videos. So that's where you have LensGo, which you can consider using. And then another AI tool that you can use. And this is also something which you can use for video generation, but more importantly for AI avatars. If you want to create AI avatar, or if you want to create a AI character, using that you'll be able to do that, and then you'll be able to generate AI animated videos as well. So there's another tool, and then you have another tool, and this is also a very common question that I used to get, that from where can we generate that very nice looking head shot? And this is the tool which you can use. This is scoopawork.ai. And using this tool, you'll be able to generate a very professional looking headshot. in different type of attire, etc. You'll be able to do that. And then we have tools which are from different genre, but equally important. Now, how many times we have come across a situation wherein we have to review a really long document, or there is a very interesting report that has come up. There was a research which was done by some uh, consultancy, a renowned consultancy, and then that research is available, but that is like 100 page, and you really want to understand that, or you want to get understanding of that report, because that research, because that will benefit you, but you don't have time and energy to go through 100 pages. Now, for those kind of scenario, if you want to understand anything, if there's a very long video and you want to understand very, very quickly, so this is where we have a tool from Google. It is called Notebook LM. So it basically allows you to upload anything, and it can be in form of a PDF document, or if it can be in form of a article, or if it can be in form of a YouTube video. So there are multiple options which are available, and then you can generate. So this is where I have what I've done is there was a report which was Indian e-commerce market trends on Outlook 2024, which was available. I downloaded it and I uploaded it, and I will try to show you how it works. So let me try to open this in another tab, and I'll try to show you how it works. So I'm clicking on create new one. So this is how the interface opens up, and this is where you can see you can link it to your Google Drive or Google Docs, Google Slides, or you can just copy paste the link. It has to be an article or news article, etc., or if it is a website or YouTube, or if it is a if you want to just paste the content, you can do that. But the most common use case is you can upload the file from here. I've done that. I've uploaded a PDF file. Now it will give you a few options to add nodes or to give a audio overview. So a audio overview of whatever is there in this document. It can also create a mind map, but it is not relevant for this one. But if it is a process document, in that case, it will create the mind map, and it will be helpful and easy for you to understand. But the most important and useful thing that you can do with the Notebook LM is that it will generate a audio overview, which you can see here in the studio. This is different from here. This is where you have the audio overview. And this is almost as if two individuals are talking in a podcast and they're discussing this particular report. So let me play this and show you how. So this is the Indian e-commerce market trends outlook report. And uh, if I get time, I'll also show you the PDF document, and which is used by Notebook LM to create this audio overview. Let me play for
Welcome.
you.
Today we're diving deep, really deep into Indian e-commerce. It's an economic engine, isn't it?
It absolutely is a fascinating space right now.
We've got this great Brickwork research report from October 2024, so pretty recent.
Yeah, it's packed with detail, market size, growth drivers, challenges.
Right, the key players, tech, government stuff, it's all in there.
Uh-huh.
So our mission today to
Yeah.
pull out the really crucial bits, give you, our listener, a clear picture of this, well, incredibly dynamic market.
And the headline number they kick off with is pretty staggering.
Oh, yeah. Get this, a projected 27% CAGR. That's compound annual growth rate.
Meaning it builds on itself each year.
Now, I'm not going to spend your valuable time just playing that, but I hope you got the understanding that how useful this particular tool is, especially with your research work, or if there's a complex topic that you're trying to understand and there's a ton of information that is available. You can put all that into notebook.lm and then ask it to generate the audio overview. And this is relatively, instead of like going through 70 pages, I can just listen to these guys talking, and I'll be able to understand very, very easily. So this is a very useful tool for anyone who's wanting to do research. And I think as business professional, every now and then we are required to do that. So that's where you can consider utilizing it. The next AI tool which I'm recommending to you is Text, and this is a tool which helps you get all the messages at one place. as businesses, because now we live in a very dynamic environment wherein customers or individuals connect with us using different mediums. So there is a customer who's messaging us on Instagram, there's a customer who's messaging us on website, and there's a customer who's messaging us on WhatsApp. So there are different mediums, SMS, etc. So there are different mediums through which they are interacting with us, and sometimes it becomes overbearing or simply unmanageable to control all those interactions. So it basically brings all of them into one place so that it is easier for you, for your team to manage it. The next tool is Otter.ai. This is a meeting AI assistant. So a lot of time when we are doing meetings, uh, we find it hard to either concentrate and understand the other person's intent or what they are saying, or to take notes. So that's where you can have the Otter.ai as your companion, and it can listen and it can record the entire interaction. In fact, even in the physical one-to-one meetings, you can have it on your smartphone, switch it on, and it will keep listening to the interaction, and it will create the meeting notes, and those will be available. So a useful tool which you can consider using. The next tool is something which again is quite frequently asked. And the question is, can we generate PowerPoint presentations using AI? And the answer is absolutely yes. For that, you can use Gamma.app. It has a freemium version, so you'll get free credits, and using that, you'll be able to create few presentations, and then will have to subscribe. So this is a presentation which I created using AI, and I think I should take you back before I show you the presentation. So it is taking a few seconds to load up. Yeah, I think I will have to. Yeah. So here you have multiple options like create with AI, new, from blank. So this is almost as if you are creating, but with each slide, you'll have option to add the inputs and then use AI to do the magic on it. So let's try to use this. And you can even give your own existing presentation. So if you have created a presentation and you want AI to do its magic on it, you can even do that. So in the last screen, if you saw, paste in text. So if you have a transcript, so a lot of time when you are wanting to create a presentation, a very effective thing that you can do is you can go to ChatGPT or Gemini and give them the topic, and give them the audience, and what are the talking points that you have, and it will create the entire transcript for the presentation, or the entire content for the presentation. Now you can just come here and paste the text, and it will create the presentation out of it. Or if you have already created the presentation and you're thinking that it is not very nice, so in that case, you can use this, and then we have generate. So this is where let's give it and I've just given it a random topic. Last time I'd give basmati rice, and this is where you can see it has generated the content for all these slides. So it is going to create 8 slides. If I wanted to create more, I can ask it to create, and I can review. So if there's anything which I would not want it to include, I can review the content of each of the slides, and there are different themes which are available. So I can use, I am liking this one, so I can select that, and content will be medium, and images source will be AI. Image style is optional if you want to use, and then we can click on generate. And it is now going to generate the presentation for us. So it is going to take few seconds. While it is doing that, I think I closed one of the tabs accidentally, which is a napkin. This is another very useful tool which I would not want you should miss out. And this is napkin. I will just ignore the slide here. But this is a tool which basically allows you to generate the chart. So you can draft it with AI, or you can import from a file, or you can create a blank napkin. And this is where you can give various steps or stages to it, and it will generate the graph. So let me see if I can show you. So for example, I created something for online store completion, and this is where it has created this one. So you have to basically give it the stages. So for example, I have given it all this, and now I will click here. So these are basically steps for online store completion. And now it is doing its magic. It is creating that. And this is where you can see it is going to share the various styles. So this is one style, is another style. It is taking few moments to do that. Now there will be different styles, and you will get an option to load more. And here you can see it is generating more. And let's see what has happened to our presentations. This is the presentation which got created. It is still generating, so we'll not disturb it. But here you can see how quickly and easily, and there are more styles and more layouts which are still getting generated. So you can easily generate charts for your presentations, your even for your website, or any explanation that you would want to give in your blog, or any process that you would want to explain. So this is something where you can see it is looking nice. This is something which I'd used previously as well. So there are different styles. So okay, I think we have to go back. And this is, for example, a layout which I liked, and there will be different uh, options in that layout also, which will be available. So for example, I'm liking this one, so I can select that. And then once I'm done, I can download it. So I can change the orientation. So it is currently 1:1, but I can change it to 16:9, or 4:5. And then I can change the styles at any given point in time if I'm not happy with the style. And this is not an image. This is editable. So if I want to change the elements here, if I want to change it to something else, I can edit it. I can delete it like this, right? So that option is available. I will have to do undo like that. So this is napkin.ai, a very useful tool, which you should consider using. Yeah, I think my browser is acting up because there are so many tabs. But this is the presentation which AI generated for us. And you can see how beautiful and nice this presentation is. All the visuals and layout and the font precisely. Now, if I haven't shown you and I've just shown you the presentation directly, I don't think anyone would believe that this is not created by an individual, a professional. It looks like a presentation which is created by a professional, but this is entirely, including the content, is created by AI. And obviously, you have an option. So very common use case that you'll find for Gamma is you have an existing presentation you want to improve, or if you want to quickly create a presentation, you can get the entire content generated through ChatGPT or Gemini. Come here, paste the content, and it will create it for you. All right, so this is another tool which you can consider using if you have interest in creating videos, and this allows you to basically create your AI avatar. This is another very popular trend that we have seen these days. A lot of business founders and business entrepreneurs, they have created their AI avatar, in which are used for generating videos. So this is where you can create your own AI avatar, and using that you'll be able to create video, but you have to add good amount of videos of yourself so that it can learn, and then it can create the perfect avatar for you. And then we have 11 Labs. This is another AI tool, and it basically is a tool which is used for generating audio. But the most important use, because this is where we talked about creating an AI avatar, which will be used for creating videos, which is fair enough. But what about the audio? Because this will have the video, but from where the audio will come, because the audio should also sound. So if I'm creating my own avatar, it should also sound like me. Now, for that, we have 11 labs, and this is where we have voice cloning feature. So again, I have to give my voice to it, and it will clone my voice. And then you have the AI avatar, and you have the voice clone, and using 11 labs in conjunction or in collaboration with the agent, you'll be able to create your AI videos with your own personal voice. So these two tools, if used in tandem, you'll be able to create a lot of content very, very quickly. And the last is not a tool. This is a website. It is called Futurepedia. And this is basically a repository where you'll find a lot of AI tools. And come here, you can research, and there are AI courses, etc., which are also available. So if at any given point in time, if you want to research or if you want to find an AI tool, this is the place where you should come. All right, so this is it. And this is where I'll stop the screen share and we'll break into the question answer round. The next question, which I can see in the Q&A, is from Farhan. His question is, are the prompts unlimited with the tool? If you're talking about keywords everywhere, yes, it is unlimited. Next question is from Mr. Ravindra. Can we get the PPT? Actually, I haven't used any PPT. The PPT which I've used only had my introduction, which you already know me. So I will be sharing all these links as I mentioned, and let me do that because I promised you that I'm going to share all these links. So let me quickly share them with you. And there are scenarios wherein in some of our previous webinars, the participants were not able to copy the link from the chat. So that's where I am also adding the link of the document where I've written the prompt. So that's why I'm taking a little longer. All right, so because we have also done few uses, like we generated some of the content, etc. So that's where I have to do a little bit of cleanup as well in the URLs that I'm going to share with you. Just allow me a few more seconds. I think I'm done. So I am sharing the links here in the chat. Now, if any one of you is not able to copy the links from the chat, then there are two things that you can do. One is in the recording that you are going to get. In the recording, I am going to add the links in the description as well as in the first pin comment. So from there, you can get the links, or otherwise, you can drop me an email and I will share the link. I'll email you the links. So both options are available. So just allow me to share my contact details. All right. And another popular question is, can we get the link of today's webinar? So this is a webinar. Is my audio clear? I was not talking very loudly because I was more focused on getting all the links and sharing it with you. So probably that's why you were not hearing me clearly. But in the chat, what I've done is firstly, I've shared all the links of the tools that I've presented. And then I've also shared my contact details. And lastly, I've shared the link of today's webinar's recording. So if any one of you would like to access it, even right now, you'll be able to do that. Okay, I can see there are a few questions in the chat. The first question is from Sarah and wants to understand what are the challenges in these tools. I think the biggest challenge is to understand how to use these tools, even with ChatGPT, despite the fact that it has been out there for some time. Many of us, you don't know how to use these tools. So I think with AI, the biggest learning is that the biggest challenge is knowing how to use it. And despite the fact that I had been using AI tools for quite some time and I have somewhat of experience in editing or modifying or creating prompt, but despite the fact I was trying to create a prompt for something and it took me nearly 8 hours to create it. So I think that's where the challenge is, and we have to learn that. And I think as business professionals or individuals, it is important to understand that your competition no longer is with humans. So if you're also, if imagine if I and you are in the same business, this where it is no longer that we are competing against each other. We are competing against machines now. We are competing against technology. And that is where it is important that we also learn how to use that technology, those machines to our advantage. Otherwise, we will be left behind. And I think that is the most significant challenge that we face. The next question is from Stella, RFQ. So actually, the yesterday's session is one of the tutorial session that we do every week. She's referring to a webinar that I did yesterday. So because we do these webinars daily, so that's where there's no merit in filling up the storage space with recording it. So that's why we don't record it. But there's a tutorial which explains about the RFQs, etc. Or I will see if there's a previous sessions recording available. I'll share that with you. Just drop me an email on that and I'll share that with you. Next question is how to add Canva and keywords everywhere to ChatGPT. This question is from Bipin Ji, and I'm not sure how many of you also have the same question. So let me try to share my screen once again and try to explain this to you or to everyone, not just to Vipin Ji, because I can imagine there are many more in the audience who are not asking this question, but you will also have this question at how to do this. So it will just take a minute. So let me start sharing once again. And all right, so we are on Chat GPT. The first question is how to use keywords everywhere, how to bring this option here. So to do that, you have to go to this plugin, which is Keywords Everywhere. I've given the link, or you can just search. You can go to your Chrome browser and you have to go to more tools and you have to go to extensions and or you can go to extensions from here also and manage extensions. And then it will allow you to, this is where you can see Chrome Web Store and you can search for keywords everywhere. This is the first option, keywords everywhere. And you have to install it. I have already installed it. So this is something that you have to do. And once you have installed the browser plugin, all you have to do is to just open ChatGPT or refresh it. It is already open and it will start appearing here. This template option will start appearing here. Now, the second question was how to have the Canva option enabled. So for that, you will see in the left side, you have explore GTPs. This is the option. You click on it. It will take you to the various GTPs which are there. This is where we have the most popular ones. Canva is one of the popular ones. And if you have to use, so for example, I want to use this video AI GPT, for example, because Canva is already enabled, so I'll not be able to show the process once again. But here, if you click on it, it will ask you to start chat. You click on it and it will then start appearing here, right? Let me try to show you. I'll remove it later. And once you have used it, once you will go to the normal one, it will start appearing in one of the options like that. So that's how you'll be able to use it. I hope that answers the question. Now, before I conclude this session, I also need suggestions from you and suggestions around what are the topics or what are the problems for which you need me to share AI solutions with you. It can be a problem for which I can share with you. For example, prospecting or finding leads through AI was a question which was quite frequently asked in my previous webinars. So for that purpose, if you all can share with me in the chat, don't add it in Q&A because there's no record of Q&A in the chat. What are the problems or for what purpose or for around what areas you need AI solution, and I'll try to research it and give it to you. Next question is from Amit. Any LinkedIn connected AI tool is available? I'm not sure if you were present when I was explaining how to prospect using AI. So at that time, if you saw, it allowed me to see the profiles of individuals who are associated with those prospect companies. So it does that, and then there were Apollo and instantly both the tools allows you to see the LinkedIn profile of the individuals associated with the prospect companies, and you'll be able to connect with them. Yes, those are available. Next question I can see is from Stella about SEO. So around SEO, I think I have explained. I'm not sure if you are there. You can refer to the recording. I've explained how you'll be able to do keyword research, etc. So all that is there in the Keywords Everywhere plugin. Next question, Sarda Exim, buyer hunting for export market. Sir, I think you were not there. I took it as the first topic because this is a common question which was asked. So I'll request you to please review the recording. That was the first point that I explained how you'll be able to do buyer hunting or prospecting using AI. And next question is from Mr. Rajesh. Is Apollo and Instantly is another lead generation outreach tool. Both of them are paid. They are not free. You will get some free trial, but they are paid. Next question is from Mr. Ramesh. Yes, absolutely. His question or suggestion is that can we email to you the problems of future prospects, and in the next session you can explain? Yes, absolutely. That's why I asked that in the chat if you can add what are the problems for which you need AI solutions, and then I'll try to come up with a response or appropriate solution for that. So that was the last question I can see in the chat. Next question, and thankfully I was about to accidentally close it, and it is from Shradul, and his question is, which is the tool for flowcharts? It is napkin.ai, napkin, napkin.ai. That is the tool, very useful tool, especially if you have to create charts and diagrams in your presentations, etc. That will save you ton of time. Next question is from Sharda Exim. Can you share? So, and this is something which I would want to. His question is, can you share your calendar so that I can understand when is your next webinar? I would like to learn more. So for that, that is fairly easy. If you go to your Google account, if your GlobalLinker account, that's where you'll be able to see. Let me see if I can log in and quickly show you. I will need a few seconds to do that. In case you're wondering what am I doing, so I'm trying to log in to my account so that I can show you from where you can see when am I doing the next webinar. All right, so I've logged in. Now I will start the screen share once again momentarily so that you can understand from where you can get this information. So I've currently logged into my account. All of you will have a similar account. And if you click on resources, you'll see in the dropdown, there is this option called events. You have to click on it. And once you have clicked on it, it will take you to the events interface. And this is where you can see my next webinar is on 23rd Feb, and then on 25th, and then on 30th April. That is not mine. This is done by one of my colleagues. And very soon you'll have the webinars for the May as well listed here, and you can participate in them. Perfect. So I think that answers the question. This is where it gets updated. So whenever a new webinar is planned, you will find it there. I can see another question from Shradul, tender understanding for supplier, which one is useful? So tender understanding, and I'm believing it will have multiple pages. So for that, you can use Notebook LM, which is a Google's tool. And I'm not sure if you were there at that time. So I showed the audience that I had a PDF document, basically a Indian e-commerce Outlook report, and which is about 40 odd pages. So I uploaded it and then it converted. So it can convert that into a mind map if you want to do that, or it can convert that into an audio overview. An audio overview is form of a podcast wherein there are two individuals that are talking amongst themselves, and they'll explain while they are talking in their conversation, they'll explain the entire document. So very useful thing. You can also consider using it. Next is how to generate a calendar for post promotions, etc. That is also possible. This is a question from Bipin ji, although we have overshot our time by uh, almost 20 minutes, but it is important you are here with me. So it is my duty that you get answers to as many questions as possible. So his question is that I want to generate a post social media post calendar. How can I do that? So easiest way is, and there are specialized AI tools also available these days for that. But using the super tool that we have, which is keywords everywhere, you have to use social media and, for example, Facebook, and you want to generate the Facebook post. So this is where you can use Facebook post calendar. And the topic is, let's say we are talking about AI tools. So best free AI tools. All right, so we have given it a topic. Again, not a very precise one. In your case, you can make it product specific or category specific, depending on what product. So, for example, it is summer. So, if there are products which are relevant to the summer season, you can input that. And then how many posts and how many months I'll leave that. Audience, I'm just adding everyone and we'll click on execute. Okay, I think we'll have to go here, and now we have to click on execute. We were on the wrong interface, and now it has started creating the visuals. It has started creating the post, and this is the entire calendar. So on May 1st, May 5th, May 8th, what do you have to post? The text is here. Now, based on this text, you can use any of the image generation tool and you'll be able to generate an image. If you don't have an image, otherwise, if you have your own image, you can use that, and you can edit also using AI tools in Canva. You have the edit with AI option also available. So using that, you'll be able to close that. Where were we? Yeah. This is where you can see for the entire month of May, entire month of June. And again, I had given it a very, very vague topic on a broad line, but it has very, very easily created the content calendar for 3 months. And we can refine it. We can ask it to uh, use a particular tone, a particular language, or emphasis on certain things. It can be done very easily. So for your post and content creation, there's something which you should consider using. And similarly for blogs also, you'll be able to create a calendar and you'll be able to use that. I think that should help clarify around the question. Next question is from Akhilesh. Akhilesh, a very interesting one. His question uh, is there a AI tool that we can use for finding regulations? What are the regulations related to a particular import of a particular product, for example, or for a particular item or a particular industry? So, because now AI, both ChatGPT and Gemini, can do something called deep research. So, if you open them down below where you write the prompt, that's where you'll see there's an option which says deep research. So, if you use that option, that is where it will go across the internet and it will go across literally hundreds of websites, and then it will extract that information and give it to you. So for that, you can use that perplexity, sorry for the fumble, is another very good tool that you can use for doing research around regulations, etc. Our question is, from all these tools that I've recommended, which one is the best? So it is obviously ChatGPT or Gemini with the keywords everywhere, because that's something that you'll be able to use on a daily basis. I personally use it on a daily basis. There are a number of things uh, for that I use it. So that is my go-to tool. Other than that, if I have to work on visuals, then it will be Canva. Mostly, sometime designer.microsoft, because most of the times I have the visuals available with me. But in case if it is not available, then it will be designer.microsoft. So those are for visuals. Now, with respect to generating videos, etc., so that is something which I don't work on. Most of my videos are my own recorded videos, which I record myself. So that's where I don't have those kind of requirements. But yes, I've shared those tools. So my personal favorite is ChatGPT or Gemini with the keywords everywhere plugin, and because now they can do deep research also, so they can be utilized for a much more detailed research, and perplexity is another tool which you can consider using. Next question is from Bipinji. So Bipinji, I think your question is any tool which can be used for posting using AI. So schedulers are available, wherein you can set up the schedule for entire month, and then you don't have to worry, and it will keep posting. So those kind of schedules, there are many solutions available. I think very one from a very renowned organization, which is HubSpot, is also available, and I think it is a free tool. You can consider exploring it and you can use it. Otherwise, there are many schedulers available. Some are free, some are paid, or some have freemium. Using that, you'll be able to do the scheduling and then uh, get the post out. So any other question before we conclude the session for today? I am not seeing any questions in the Q&A. I can see there is a question from Vimal. What is Copilot? So it is Microsoft's AI tool, which is there almost on every device, but I haven't actually experienced its working uh, because I actively use Gemini and GPT. So in my next webinar, I'll try to use it and share my feedback. There are so many AI tools these days. In one of my previous webinar, the audience uh, asked me about DeepSeek and Kimi. Again, I've used them briefly, but because one is these prompt extensions don't work on them, and second, they don't work with Excel uploads, etc. So that's where they had little use case for me. That's why I haven't explored them deeply. And as they evolve, if I find a use case, I will certainly review them. And same as with Copilot as well. Perfect. So this is where I think we should conclude the session for today. Thank you, everyone, for taking out your valuable time. And I hope you found the session informative. And as I mentioned, you have my contact details. If you need any clarification, please do feel free to reach out to me. And I look forward to connecting with you in my next training session or webinar, whenever that is happening. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye from my side for now.